You guys are probably tired of me being in this car. Well, I'm tired of you watching me from your bed, or from your couch, or from the toilet. So I was driving for Uber one night back in Long Beach, California when this story took place. So I get this ride request and I'm on my way to go pick up this lady. I get to her house, I wait there for her, and eventually she wobbles out. And the reason why I say she wobbled out is because she had apparently broken her foot. So she had like this boot on, so she was wobbling out. Wobbling out, that sounds like a Wild 'N Out parody. Like everybody just got broken feet. She then gets into my car and everything at first is fine. You know, she's talkative, she's friendly, she's nice. But she was also a little drunk. So I start the ride and all of a sudden I had another ride request. I'm like, wait, why do I have another ride request when I'm already in a ride right now? I'm not picking up anyone else. But apparently that was Uber's little Uber pool thing where you pick up one person on the way to drop another person off. That way it like kills two birds with one stone and the passengers pay less. Or whatever Uber does, man, to mess up their drivers. I don't know. I was just like, all right, whatever, more money for me. I'm gonna accept this ride. Try to explain it to the best of my ability to the passenger already who's kind of drunk. We go pick up the other person. Let's just get to the shit. The second lady I picked up wanted to sit in the back seat, so the lady already right here came up to the front seat because nobody sits behind me because I mean I'm like 6 feet 8 inches tall, you know, so nobody wants to sit behind me because you get maybe like this much space. So I began taking them to the destination and the lady in the front seat was asking me questions. What race are you? How tall are you? How old are you? So me wanting to be a good Uber driver and get a good rating, I was just answering her questions. I was just like, I'm 6'8", I'm 21 years old, and she was like, oh, I have a son older than you. I'm like, and I'm driving you around. You should feel accomplished. Honestly, it just wasn't a good time. The lady in the front seat was drunk and kept asking me questions. The lady in the back seat was pretty drugged out. I'm almost positive because some guy like threw her in the back seat of my car. So I just wanted to get him to the shit so I could move on with my shit. So I was about 10 minutes into this ride and that's where things started to get a little weird, a little uncomfortable. So I'm sitting here driving and all of a sudden this lady in the front seat starts to rub on my leg and put her hand like on the inside of my thigh, getting really close to my area, and I slap her hand away. I'm like, ma'am, please don't touch me.
And this motherfucker tried to grab on my hang down.
I got my own hang down to touch, kid.
So when I said that to her, she didn't even say anything back to me. All she said was, do you want to go on this bar with me tonight? And do you want to take me home later? And I'm like, wow, you move fast. Honestly, at that point, I wanted to say, you realize you have like an astronaut boot on right now? Like you ready to walk all over the moon? Like, what are you doing? Stop. I was just playing it cool and I wasn't taking any of it serious, even though she might have been serious, but she was also drunk. Meanwhile, the lady in the back's just like, like she's all drugged out, she's on something. I'm just like, man, my car at this point is contaminated. The lady in the front seat remained persistent. She touched my leg for the second time, only this time around she was like half an inch away from getting a handful of genitals. Now I'm not gonna lie, that pissed me off.
You have fucking pissed me off, but I'm just very upset right now.
Now I know some of the guys that are watching this right now are like, what? Why would you get mad at her wanting to touch you and take you home and things like that? Why would you get mad at that? Because she was drunk, she was old enough to be my mother/grandmother, and I just didn't want any part of it. Like she was trying so hard. She kept complimenting me, talking about, you're so handsome, you're gonna make some girl so happy one day. La la la, come home with me, let's go in this bar. Bend me over backwards, turn me into dust. Whatever. I wanted to kick both of these people out of my car so bad, but because of the fare was like $35, I was like, you know what? $35 in 20 minutes, I can deal for now. I finally get to this drunk woman's destination. She gets out of my car, comes all the way around to my window, and she wants me to get out and give her a hug. And I'm like, look, I'm on the job. I gotta take her to her destination. I'm not giving you a hug. She comes all the way back around to this door, sits back into my car. I'm like, lady, look, I'm really about to RKO you. You need to get out of my car. Honestly, at that point, I was irritated and I showed it. I was like, ma'am, look, I gotta get going. Can you please get out of my vehicle? And when I said that, she just stared at me like, I'm not getting no dick. No type of fucking dick. I'm not getting no dick. No dick, no kind of dick. Oh. Okay, fine, I'll leave. She finally gets out of my car. She goes inside this bar. The woman in the back's completely like out of it. I don't even think she's alive at this point. I was uncomfortable. And I wanted to RKO a woman for the first time in my life. I almost did it. What I want from you, the viewers, is leave me a comment down below telling me what you would have done in my situation, whether you're a guy or a girl. What would you do if you were getting rubbed up on by a complete stranger who had a son that was apparently older than you, and she was drunk, and you had somebody on drugs in your backseat? Like, what would you have done? And that's all I have for you guys this week. So until next week, remember, I'm only here to save your Mondays and your Thursdays. Holy shit, it is starting to get hot in here, and it's raining. Like, every time I want to film outside, bro, it almost wants to rain. I can't even dance. Or can I? And some of you might be wondering if she was attractive or not. Well, you know that saying, beauty is in the eye of the beholder? My eyes weren't beholding anything.